that, let's move that, click that, change that, and boom.
And there we are.
Woo!
Default view.
Let's see. Do. Yeah, I can probably get away with a bigger brush. Ooh, my brushes are nice and clean. I wonder
That's
if
weird.
recently we did a video or something.
Interesting.
Cthulhu 73, Octopus Mushroom, Monitor. Wait. Mr. Green. Hey, Jay and Nick, how are we today?
Horrible.
Good. Yeah.
Everything's falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Our lives are in shambles. George Gajardo, sup broskies?
Yeah.
George Gajardo, guys, I think 3D printing is going to take down Games Workshop.
I think so. Absolutely. Yeah, I think they've got a couple of weeks left.
Yeah. I remember when we got into the hobby in like 2014-ish,
Mm-hmm.
people were talking about how Games Workshop was going to fall apart.
Oh,
even
yeah.
then. So who knows what's going to happen? But
And that's when they arguably had competition because of X-Wing and Warm Hordes is actually still a game.
Mm-hmm.
Kick the Bandit
Amazing
disliked
channel.
and agreeing with your video today. Nice.
Ah,
And Jay is also right.
this is correct. Ship Kip's amazing channel. Best stream to watch while making more models.
Neat.
I know I'm going to be doing setting up some 3D prints. I did that earlier, but that didn't work as well as I thought it was going to. I tried something new and it did not work.
Mm.
And you know what I'm 3D printing.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're a little fiddly, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Especially the ones that are even more fiddly than the ones that you have.
Monitor, I shilled your Reddit post twice. Nice.
Mm. Neato. Yep, it's got a lot of upvotes.
Hmm. Just clean this brush, and now all of a sudden a couple of bristles are rebelling.
Mm.
Wade
Gotta get a
Ramsey.
Good old-fashioned spank.
Mm-hmm. Wade Ramsey. Jay, is this your full-time job? And Lucky Bat. Nick, is this your full-time job? Yes.
Yes. Oh boy, is it.
George Gajardo. Nick actively fighting the power of his printer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, it's a me issue, not the printer. The printer's doing the instructions. I'm just doing a poor job telling you what to do.
Tristan Lee, I reckon part of the reason so many people got swept up in the 3D printing anti-Games Workshop wave was because of Games Workshop banning 3D parts, third-party 3D printed parts in official tournaments. I don't think they did. I remember that was a big thing a couple of weeks ago, but a lot of it was people conflating two different documents, because they published the official rules for tournaments, and then they published the guideline rules for Warhammer World. And the guideline rules for Warhammer World said no 3D printed parts that you didn't design yourself. And a lot of people conflated that to also be the rule for tournaments, but I don't think they ever said that you can't have 3D printed parts at tournaments. I bet you can't have 3D printed models at tournaments, because duh. They want you to use the models. But, yeah. Also, who's playing in official tournaments?
Yeah, it has to be like like 1% of people play. 0.00001%. I don't know. I'm sure some people do. I'm sure everyone on the chat does.
Yes, everyone. Yeah.
We're the only ones that don't.
I only play in official, unofficial tournaments.
Exactly.
Officially unofficial.
Do the official tournaments have beer?
I bet they don't, which basically means they're worthless.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, what's even the point? Gaming Canary YT. EonsOfBattle. Know how I failed to join the call-in stream? I was going to ask what the ugliest Age of Sigmar / 40k army was, but what Star Wars / Warhammer crossover you would want Wargame exclusive to make.
I think a Space Marine Darth Vader. Pretty cool.
That'd be really cool.
I mean, it's already got the face for it with their little screamy grills.
Screamy grills. Monitor. Also, who's leaving their house yet? I haven't seen the outside in many moons.
Manuel Costilla. I think Games Workshop doesn't see 3D printing as a competitor now. They're trying to go into streaming and distributing their IP. I don't think they see 3D printing as a big disruptor or competitor. I mean, it's just kind of not. It's just a neat thing. It's very cool. But yeah. I mean, the number of people 3D printing their entire armies is probably pretty low. The number of people printing a model here and there is probably pretty high, but...
I mean, what do you think I'm doing right now? 3D printing my whole orc army.
Chipkip's amazing channel. Not gonna lie, Warhammer fans are always angry about something, so it's hard to keep track of the flavor of the week. Exactly.
This is very true.
Lucky Bat. I play in redacted tournaments, and I always win. Yeah, Lucky Bat is actually like 1,400-0. Like, they've never lost a game.
Yeah. It's always like, Lucky Bat's the kind of person you want to play against.
Yeah, and it's for private tutoring, like tactics tutoring. It's $1 million an hour, but it's worth it. Because you'll never lose again.
This is true. That's pretty wild. Monitor, you wouldn't know my tournament. She goes to a different school.
Exactly.
Good. Yep. We live in a wild world, don't we?
Me too. Doing a lot of blending on these heads. It's taking some time.
You wouldn't have to do those blends if you just 3D printed them.
Exactly. That's how it works. George Giardo, I think being angry at something is part of any nerd hobby. Can y'all think of some hobby IP with only positive vibes? I mean, most of them have only positive vibes from me. But, also, I guess Narnia.
I don't know.
So like, fuck Narnia. And usually the negativity comes in when you bring in another human being.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I love Smash Mouth, and everyone else, Smash Mouth sucks.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone ever said that though?
No, Smash Mouth actually is perfection.
Yeah, that's the only. I think that's pretty much the only one everybody's pretty happy with.
Somebody once told me the world.
I actually never heard that song. What song is that?
It's Friday by Rebecca Black.
Oh, cool. Michael Spitz came to dislike and say goodnight. Good night.
Good night.
Monitor, where's TK's 3D prints at to remind everyone to smash that dislike button and to give your worldly possessions to the Patreon?
Exactly.
I don't know. Jeez, we'll have to fire him.
Cake the Bandit, at least from my sales data, I can tell you 3D printing models is minuscule dent in manufacturer's profits. 3D printing models does not net me much, but 3D printing cosplay props is a decent profit. Ah, neat.
This is true. I bet that sounds about right.
Manuel Castillo, I find it weird to paint on minis bigger than a Lego character. I think Primaris Marines are like exactly the same size as a Lego minifigure.
Mm-hmm.
Temporary Alien, what are your thoughts on the shutdown of the Eternal Crusade servers if you do indeed play it? I don't know what Eternal Crusade is.
I don't either.
Monitor. If you ever want to get discouraged about a hobby or video game you like, spend 30 minutes on its subreddit dedicated to it.
Shipkip's amazing channel. I had heard, at least in one of your older videos, that you planned on cinematic battle reports. I'm not certain if you already said something about this, but what ended up happening with them? Well, we said that we would start doing them at a certain Patreon number. And let's see, what are we? We're 23 short. 23 Patreon members short of that goal, which is really insane because we were, at the beginning of this week, we were, 50 short.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the Patreon is the place to be.
This is very true. So yeah. So once we get 150 patrons, we're gonna start doing those battle reports. I know we've already been thinking about what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we have to.
Uh-huh. And we'll start with some kill team stuff, and then we'll learn as much as we can from there, and then maybe do some 40k Aegis Sigmar.
Yeah. And then, once we get our first few millions of views, then we'll probably do maybe a little Star Wars Legion, maybe a little X-Wing, and then by then we'll be billionaires. So really, it'll be whatever we feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if you guys there's not a lot of people on the internet doing battle reports. I don't think there's any.
Yeah, we'll be pretty much the first people to actually do this, and that's gonna be pretty insane. Yeah, I don't think we've ever been the first of anything, but this, we've really cornered the market.
Mm-hmm.
Joaquin Costa, so when can we commission Nick for some 3D printed bits? I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. There are other services out there. I know we talked today a little bit, and we've had a lot of interest in the plasma generator. People have really wanted to buy the plasma generator, and I think we're gonna make a bunch and put them on Etsy.
We're gonna do a run. We're gonna do a merch drop.
We're gonna do a merch drop. I think we'll start with 10, and if they sell it really quickly, then we'll do more. But yeah, but that'll probably be this next week. I'll probably start printing them. I have to reevaluate my 3D printing situation first, though, because they're loud. I would say the only downside about the Viper, I really like the Viper. It's really loud. It has insanely loud fans compared to the other ones, but it does perform better than the other ones. So it's one of those things.
Dear Prince, remember, folks, show us some love and support and hit that thumbs down. We love them. If you're new to the channel, join the Molly crew and hit that subscribe. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel. Ship Kip's amazing channel. Who would win, Lego Batman or a Primaris Marine? Lego Batman.
No, yeah, easily.
Tristan Lee, do you guys ever struggle with where to start painting with a brush after airbrushing? I put off my Wave Serpent and Fire Prisms for like 2 weeks because of it. I don't know if I have. I think usually I can get away with like one color. I can airbrush it. And then I'll paint the green, and then I'll paint the green highlights, and then I'm like, all right, now it's time for the blue, and I don't really. I'll have to do this by hand.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't paint a lot of vehicles, so it's possible with vehicles it'd be a little easier.
George Gajardo. Oh, Patreon idea. Raw footage of a few videos. I'm really curious about the shenanigans happening between takes. I found there's one that I will publish that's very funny. I found one that's really good. Let me make sure I write it down. It's been on one of my lists to put up. Ah, God. Yep. Oh yeah, there might be a couple. I usually save them in so I'll be editing the video and then I'll make an extra sequence, and that sequence I'll throw clips that I thought were funny in it. And so I just have to remember one of them. I just have to remember what video it's on.
Mr. Green, any tips on texturing a ruin-style cardboard battle mat? Was thinking fine sand with spray adhesive or PVA, but would that wet the cardboard too much? It'd probably wet the cardboard a lot, and you're probably going to get some warpage. I'd say definitely not spray paint or watered-down PVA. I don't think watered-down PVA would really be enough to hold down sand. Kitty litter would probably be a good pick, like kitty litter and wood glue. I like wood glue. For finer stuff, you could probably get away with sand. But I would say wood glue. Melanie Bernie, are oil washes worth the effort? Probably. I see people getting amazing results with them. I have done some, and it's turned out good. I think I'd have to do a lot more testing before I really know what I'm doing with oil washes. But yeah, I mean, what people can do with them is unbelievable, and what I've been able to do with them is fine. Just watch a Not Just Maka, and I'm like, oh my god, it's perfect. And then I do it, and I'm like, yeah, all right.
There's some really good videos on oils.
Manuel Castilla, you think those paint shaker machines would be worth it? Nope. I don't know. Everyone says they are. I'd rather spend $80 on new models.
Actually, you can get them for $20. My name is Mr. Contrarian. I'm a level 45 paladin. Internet man, hey Nick and Jay, I'm painting up half a Battle Sister squad for a friend's birthday.
Ooh, neat. I love me some Sisters of Battle. I was looking at their rules in Kill Team. I was looking at official rules, of course.
Of course, yeah. We bought the compendium, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
It's actually really $50 is actually really cheap. I think people that don't even play the game should buy it, just to have it, just in case.
But
I know. Do you want me to print out all those rules? Of course, legally, of course.
Legally, yeah. Probably not all of them.
Well, I mean, for these people's sake, maybe.
Yeah, those
I'm
ones.
not saying all of them.
Yeah, okay.
But,
yeah, you don't have to make a book. But
maybe just faction specific.
But it looks like my my Death Guard are very close. Although I'm going to need some guys with bolters. In original Kill Team, I didn't need any normal guys, but now I'm going to need some normal guys. But I can still use my my specialists. And really, I think Kill Team 1 Kill Team 2 looks like you're actually going to use the command roster ability. So, because I was looking at if I get a box of Plague Marines, then I will have 20 models with all of the available options for my command roster.
If you had to bet money, what do you think the next Kill Team box is?
Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines. That's kind of that's the ballsy bet, but I'm gonna make it.
I think it's gonna be Space Marines and the Crew.
Ooh, that's a take.
Based on nothing, but what I hope happens.
Keem and Astartes bought a Titanicus Lucius Warlord Titan model printed off of Etsy last week and it arrived today. Can't wait to paint the little guy. Putting the magnets in right now while listening to you guys. Neat. I kind of want a whatchamacallit, a Reaver pattern Titan, but like the little one from Adeptus Titanicus, and then put magnets and make it a little toy that I can have on my desk and go pew 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 pew.
Did they ever release the new ships?
Never.
Okay.
Aeronautica Imperialis.
Yeah. So they teased them like 5 months ago, and they just nothing.
Yep.
Interesting. So silly, Brits. Clam 10,000. Look, guys, why buy models when you can kill Games Workshop with a 3D printer?
That's true.
With enough printers, we will defeat them. I'm so glad. I'm excited to defeat them. Are you excited to defeat them?
I am, yeah. Should be any minute now. They'll be defeated.
You just see a flag go up. The Games Workshop HQ. The white flag. Exactly. Do they play taps there?
I don't know. Probably not, actually. They probably have their own version.
Yeah, it's British.
Oh.
Where they sip a tea between each note.
Mounteer, the funniest part about Marco is when he says there's never an unhappy ending with oil paints. And I'm like, Marco, come let me show you this tragedy.
Yeah, what a liar.
Ships King Amazing Channel. So what's your guys' least favorite faction in Warhammer 40k? Probably normal Eldar.
Yeah. It's certainly the least boring. Or the most boring. Yeah, because, like, if you had a choice between Dark Eldar or Eldar, I mean, come on, what are we doing here, folks? Because, like, I have Eldar, but the only reason was because I wanted to, in 6th edition, boost my, my Dark Eldar. Because you could ally them. That's why I had them both. Joaquin Costa, does Kill Team 2 follow regular 40k rules? I'd like to use my Sisters of Silence with my Golden Boys. I never tried Kill Team before.
It does not, but you can do that. Apparently that's a really hot army right now. I think it's 8 Sisters of Silence with 2 Custodes. Apparently that wrecks.
Interesting. So if you want to wreck your opponents, you know what to do. No, we were looking, and what the Custodes have, what is it?
4 action points. Yeah, probably. They have. I know they have 4 action points.
Damn, 4 action points, and they're like they have 18 or 19 wounds.
Yeah. Yeah, most things in the game have 2 action points. So Custodes are pretty gross. But you have so fewer of them than your opponent has models mostly.
Mm-hmm. ShipKip's amazing channel. Do Necrons have rules in Kill Team 2?
Yes, everything has rules except Gellerpox Infected and the Ophidian Star Striders. I don't believe they have rules.
Even Kroot have rules.
Even Kroot have rules.
Which is why I think there's going to be a box at some point.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thing? I think they became a thing pretty much because there was a Blackstone Fortress Kroot model. And they made Blackstone Fortress rules for Kroots in they made Blackstone Fortress rules for Kill Team 1. Actually, it's Kill Team 5. Oh, God.
I only want to watch it. Can't wait for the big dick move from Games Workshop when they make their own 3D printer. What happens then?
Ooh.
They're pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could imagine that happening where you could only 3D print Games Workshop specific models. That would honestly be probably the only way that they could do 3D printing. Is if they controlled the store and essentially you couldn't get access to the STLs or files.
Mm-hmm. Cayman Astrius. Exodites are just space elves who are Amish. Change my mind. I can't. That's fact.
Antonio said what I said. If Games Workshop made a 3D printer, they would only let you print their own designs. Yep. ShipKip's amazing channel. Where could one obtain a totally legal Kill Team 2 compendium? Oh, if you search basically what you searched, or what you said, and you put a little maybe PDF in there, and maybe look at a little Reddit, look at a bunch of different places, you'll be able to find it. There's also a YouTube video that you can just find that has everything in it.
Yeah, so once you've purchased your compendium, but like you want a PDF version, that's
right, exactly. Yeah, you know, because some people, like, I like to take photos of it just so that I have it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like somebody did it for you. So yeah, but you know, obviously you would buy it first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very, very important.
This is pretty much working. Dry brushing on the skin tone. It's hard. They're holding knives and guns, and they have to be a little delicate. But I think I'd rather do this than highlight every hand, because they have 3 hands and 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Jacqueline Costa. Kroot are super cool. They are, and you know what? I'm going to look it up right now, because I want to see if the Kroot can have Krootox riders, and if they can, I'm going to get some Kroot.
You're looking in the legally obtained compendium?
The legally obtained compendium, I am.
Yes.
Kroot. Kroot fire teams. A cadre mercenary kill team includes 1 Kroot carnivore leader operative. It may also include 12 carnivore mercenaries, which may select up to 2 of the following: the Kroot carnivore warrior, the Kroot hound, or the Krootox.
There you go.
The following. Your kill team can only include up to 4 Kroot hound operatives. Your kill team can only include up to 1 Krootox operative, and it counts as 2 selections. Interesting. You know, that's probably okay though. They're kind of pricey. So I'll probably have 1 Krootox, 4 Kroot hounds, 1 Kroot carnivore leader. I'll probably try to get my hands on the really cool model from Blackstone Fortress, and then fill it out with regular Kroot mercenaries. That sounds dope.
Neato.
8 wounds.
Ooh.
Saved on a 6-up. Great.
Yeah. There we go. That makes sense. And and we're going to be playing our first game of Kill Team 2 this weekend.
Yeah, we are.
I have mostly put together my kill team, my orc kill team. I just have a couple things. I have to do a little green stuffage because I'm putting on. You're supposed to put on the non-helmeted or the not. I don't know what is it? Mask heads on the special units, but I decided to put the mask head on, and on one of them I have to do a little green stuffing to make it fit. But it all kind of works. You can kind of use whatever head you want, except on one of them that the gun is just right in front of the face. But if I green stuff the arm literally just a hair, it fits.
Ah, neat.
Just to get it just to do a little filling in the gaps.
So are you saying that you're converting and kit bashing your models to make them your own?
Yeah, I actually am.
Because I don't think that's possible to do.
I mean, yeah. I'm using my own human creativity to figure this out. I know there's one thing that I really want to do, and I'm debating on it, and I might have time yesterday to maybe do it, but I might have time tomorrow. Did I say yesterday?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yesterday.
I'm drunk. And,
my trouble seems so.
I really want to have, because I have the Beach Boys. Those are my boys. And I really want these commandos to be like scuba dive themed, essentially. And the masks and stuff really provide that kind of fun effect. But I would love to have some sort of like tanks or something on the back of them that I can run cords to. But I was looking at it, and I think it would be a giant disaster of having, like, making, I just think that the cords and stuff would be in the way of everything, because a lot of them already have it for their weapons. The weapons connect to the backpack and stuff. But if I was to have more piping to run to like tanks or something that I 3D printed, I feel like it would look kind of horrible. Like there's just cords everywhere.
So you're saying that Games Workshop has stifled your creativity?
Yes, exactly.
And they're monsters.
But I did do some adjusting on some of the masks and stuff to make it look more interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I just think what am I gonna do? Run all this stuff in front of weapons?
Yeah.
I feel like that's not the point. And I think that what I was thinking is maybe I could make some snorkel bits or something and add some snorkel, because I put on the snorkel head of the Grot Commando. So maybe I convert some of these to be snorkel guys too. That could be kind of fun. Because the snorkel makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
I don't even know why it's in an option besides it's made for me.
I think because like the Navy SEALs and stuff, they'll go underwater sometimes.
But yeah, if I had maybe a little snorkel to all of them, that'd be pretty funny.
I know there was a mission in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which is where I get most of my my modern military information. There was an underwater mission.
There you have it.
Eric Lewis, I'm a new fan. Enjoying your content. Keep it up. Nice. Keep watching.
Yeah.
Watch all the videos.
Keep watching forever.
Captain Fry 24. Who is team and why are we killing him? Yeah. Esqueely. Does anyone know if it's possible to make a kill team of just Zangors? Is that allowed? I really like Zangors. I bet it is, but I will check right now.
Ooh, there you go.
Heretic Astartes, Talons of the Emperor, Thousand Suns. Thousand Suns kill team consists of 2 fire teams selected from the following list: Rubric Marines and Zangors. Zangor fire team includes 6 Zangor operatives from the following list: Zangor fighters. Other Zangor operatives. Your kill team does not include any other leader operatives. You, instead of selecting a Zangor fighter... Yeah, so you can take 2 fire teams of Zangors, which will give you 12 operatives.
Neat. Can I take only Grots?
It's annoying when you do it. It's fun when the chatters do it.
I think everybody in the chat wants to know too.
Orcs. A Greenskins kill team consists of 2 fire teams selected from the following list: boys, clan commando, or specialists.
So no.
A specialist is a blue lost commando clan. A boy. Each boy. Instead of selecting 1 boy fighter operative in each boy fire team, you can select 2 boy Gretchen operatives if your killing does not include.
Sounds like a bunch of stipulations.
Yeah, it looks. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Finalist fighter boy. Instead of selecting 1 boy fighter operative, you select 2 boy Gretchen operatives. I guess you could take a bunch of Gretchen. I think though, I don't know if this is true, but I want to say you can only have 14 bodies. There's like a maximum number of bodies you can have.
Mm-hmm. And it probably is not good.
No, yeah. Yeah, but you can swap out for your boy fire team and a boys orc boys or 5 orc boys. You can swap out a boy for Gretchen. So I suppose you could take 10 Gretchen. And then have plenty of room for other stuff.
Yeah, and it's... So is that 10 Gretchen including... Because it's 2 Gretchen per boy, right?
Yeah,
because it's whatever that's called.
Yeah, you can take a boy fire team, which is 5 orc boys. So if you swapped out the 5 orc boys with 10 grots, I guess you could do that twice. But I don't think you're allowed to take more than 14 bodies. Somebody in chat I would love to be double checked on this, because I don't think you can have like 20 operatives.
So they are stifling my creativity.
They are.
Because if I could legally only do boys or only do grots, I would buy everything needed to be able to have that happen.
You'd get 2 boxes of Gretchen.
Yeah. Well, I would get maybe some of the special ones from other boxes.
Ah, neat.
So I can have that awesome team that would win every game. All I want to do is I want to make the I want to make the worst kill team and then beat Sean with it. That's what I want to do.
George Gajardo tips: don't spend it all in one place. In the best grandma voice. Don't spend it all in one place, Sonny. Oh, yeah, you just got to nick his grot kill team.
Yeah, they're expensive now. I think it's $15 or something. Again, stifling creativity. Aquino Canones, when do you guys reveal the challenge winner? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on stream. We'll probably do it first thing. Well, like 15 minutes in, we'll do it. And we've already picked the winners. We know who they are. We know who the grand winner is. Very exciting. It was hard. It was insane.
There was some back and forth.
It gets harder every time.
It does.
People are really doing it. And I think this next challenge is going to be wild.
Do you guys read Prince? Remember, folks, show some love and support and hit that thumbs down. We love them. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit that subscribe. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel. Oh boy, do we. Jesse Miller, Conquest Last Argument of Kings. The starter box set is pretty decent. 2 armies for $100, not bad. I've seen it. It looks neat. Don't know when I'll get around to it. It's sometimes it's hard for us to do certain games because they don't have a big YouTube audience draw, and so the best way to let us do stuff like that is to join the Patreon.
This is true.
Because that takes a load off of us trying to be view hounds.
This is very true, and the Patreon's been cooking. Been very exciting.
Row 7, Ard. WTF, why so many dislikes? Oh, we need them. We need every dislike in the world.
And you better be adding them. Akinokinesis, the winner doesn't have to be a Black Templar, does it? Who knows? We know what you're talking about. All will be revealed tomorrow.
Ship King's amazing channel. It's weird how few Necron models are available to make fire teams. I think it's probably just warriors and immortals. It seems like most fire teams are made up of troop choices for armies. Mm-hmm. Although I've heard that that Necron immortals slay.
Really?
They're really frightening.
Jeez, how many kill teams could we make? Could we make between us, Amanda, and Sean? Do we have all? We have all, the majority.
Majority. I could make most of them.
Yeah.
I could definitely do a Space Marine, a Genestealer cult, a Necron, and a what else do I have? I could probably do a Skitarii.
Oh yeah, you could do a Skitarii. We have Ben's Eldar. We technically have my Eldar.
Mm-hmm.
We have my Dark Eldar. We have Orcs. Obviously, the Commandos. The
no
the
Krieg.
Just standard guard.
Mm-hmm.
Sisters of Battle. Harlequins. We don't have any of the Chaos stuff.
Yeah. Actually, I have Plague Marines. Death Guard.
Yep. We could do that. Interesting. But I'm really excited. And I read the rules yesterday, watched the weird YouTube video about it. It was good. It was just it's weird. It was just a weird presentation. And geez, when he started talking about the dice and canceling out, I'm like, what? What does any of this mean? But then when you read the book and you see it with the photos of the dice, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't understand why they didn't show that on screen.
Yeah, where it's easier to show things.
Yeah. Because I was like, I don't understand what the hell the canceling out of a what?
Mm-hmm.
What are we canceling?
Sky Wave Slice. What is your opinion on mixing fire teams? In Warcry, you can mix and match as long as it fits in points limits, basically. But in new kill team, you're limited to 2 unit types. I don't mind. I think it's really neat. It's different. It's different than it was before. Before, you created your diversity by buying one of every box for that army and then pulling one model out and spamming special weapons. But now you're limited on what types of bodies you can have, although all of the bodies are more interesting. So instead of an Imperial Guardsman being 1 pip worse than a Space Marine, they're now like half. Because a regular human has 7 wounds and a Space Marine has 12. And a Space Marine gets 1 extra action point, and a bolter is actually like a bolter and can kill stuff unlike how it used to be. And before every game starts, you spend 10 points on upgrading your guys. But they're invisible upgrades, not physical upgrades. So you can buy them like grappling hooks and grenades and special ammo.
That's what I was about to say. And that seems really, really cool, and I'd much rather do that.
Yeah.
And also, it seems like it's a much more narrative way to play with having those upgrades and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, it sounds like a lot of fun to me. But we'll find out. If I lose, it won't be.
Yeah.
If I lose on Sunday, I'll hate it. Yeah, and it's gonna be really interesting. We're gonna do a 4-way as our first forte into the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And geez Louise.
Melonhead Bernie, pumped up for the Malifaux minis. Weird is releasing for Gen Con. Deepest Depths, I believe the box is called. Looks like Evil Mermaids. Lol. Ah, that does sound like fun. I'd love to see a weird take on mermaids.
Mm-hmm.
Sky Wave Slice. I wish to have Terminators in my fire team so bad. Yeah, it looks like you won't be able to. Maybe that's fine. I kind of hope they don't release Kill Team Elites down the line.
Please don't.
I hope they don't. I think the game will be much better and more balanced without a lot of different unit options.
I bet they won't. Because,
I think so too.
If they're coming out with specific boxes,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all they really need.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they needed before. Because obviously they need to keep selling stuff to keep the game going.
Yeah.
Because it makes them money.
Mm-hmm.
Check to make sure this My computer's taking off. I'm really getting these models prepared. Let's just say that.
Kino Kinones, I want those Custodes Terminators to be in Kill Team just to be extra. Yeah, you can bring half of a Custodes Terminator.
Nicarise, Jay, what do I do to keep the Crayola model magic stuck down to the base? It's cured and they've all popped off.
I use super glue. I do super glue when it's wet.
I was about to say.
I don't know if that makes a difference. I mean, it's pretty dry even when it's wet, but
And didn't you say that using a hairdryer makes it dry a little quicker?
it does. It kind of makes the outside drier, and then I just keep right on going.
But you should probably give it a day
Mm-hmm.
or so.
Yeah, I should definitely give it a day before you try to glue a model to it. I think you can keep right on going and add your sand and tufts and stuff. Internet Man, I like the new fire team system, but I wish the Space Marines weren't so mono kill team. I wish I could take Assault Intercessors and Tactical Marines. Yeah, for Space Marines, you only get to pick one fire team, but I'm excited to play some Space Marines in Kill Team 2 just to see what it feels like to actually play a Space Marine in a game. Because usually Space Marines suck in terms of like their actual body is nothing like you would think a Space Marine is. I mean, their stat line is identical to an Orc, right down to the gun. An Orc, a Shoot-A-Boy? Actually, an Orc Shoot-A-Boy is arguably better than a Space Marine, Tactical Marine with a Bolter, because I think the Shoot is Assault 2, whereas the Bolter is Rapid Fire 1.
But you got that better ballistic skill.
Mm-hmm. Mihail Ivanov, I always thought of a kill team as a team like in Republic Commando or Bad Batch. Every model has a different role to play. Now it's just 5 Assault Intercessors. Yeah, I get that. It's different now. I mean, you still do get options. Like, you can give one guy the special ammo, you can give one guy a grenade, you can give one guy a cool special knife. So there's less options, but I don't know. I built a Republic Commando kill team, like, out of my Space Marines. I'm like, yeah, this guy's got the gravity gun, and this guy's got the plasma gun, and this guy's got the heavy bolter, and this guy's got the... And it sucked, and it didn't play well. So, I don't miss it that much.
And also, like, if the Krieg and the Commando, the Orc Commandos, are anything to go by, eventually they'll add options to everything.
Yeah. In bespoke kill team boxes that look better.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is different, and a lot of people didn't like that it's different. But it was just always going to be different.
I wonder if the narrative missions in Octeris are fun, like the Octeris specific narrative mission.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's fun.
Hmm.
I was thinking what could be funny. Although again, it runs into the same problem with my my hoses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have the flamer guy. It'd be kind of hilarious to hook up his mask to the tank that his flamer's also connected to, like he's breathing in the fumes.
That'd be very orky.
Running those hoses everywhere makes it look like a disaster.
Mihail Ivanov, maybe, but they don't feel as distinct. It's 5 dudes with chainsaws instead of having a sniper, a heavy, an assault, a tactical, and a melee brawler. Yeah, you can... although, if you do tactical marines, then you still get a heavy... I think you get a heavy or a special weapon, and a close combat leader who can have like a plasma pistol and another good close combat. So, if you want a little bit more variety in your weapon loadout, you can do that. Although, I really think... This version of Kill Team, it doesn't matter nearly as much your weapon loadouts. I think your body is so much more interesting. Because before, when I had my cool Space Marine that had all the cool options, I was praying that my early shooting would go through or else I lose. Like if my plasma gun, if it gets to roll 1 dice round 1, 2 dice round 2 maybe, and if those miss, I lose.
You also maybe played your OG Space Marines in 2 games and then completely changed it because it wasn't working.
Yeah, and then I added in some scouts, and that sometimes helped and sometimes didn't help. And
I think the scouts helped a lot.
They helped a lot. They were way better than the gravity gun. Really, I mean, the Space Marines with 1 wound was nothing. It was garbage.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could snipe me from across the board.
Yeah.
And then that made it really, really difficult for me because I can't do that, essentially. I think my looters only did 1 thing. And I did take a couple, normal shooter boys, and they kind of worked a little bit. But it's tough. Or, they would do something, but then you would either save it, or you get a flesh wound.
Mm-hmm.
the flesh wounds.
Mm-hmm. Skywave Slice agreed. Somebody with a heavy bolter or sniper rifle makes fire teams way more interesting visually. I mean, if you just want visual, you could have one guy have a sniper-y bolter and one guy have a less sniper-y bolter. Really, most of the people moaning about the lack of options are just Space Marine players. Everyone else is like, yeah, it's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
My old kill teams and new kill teams are like the same thing. Can we make it to 50 thumbs down? I think we can. Everybody put down whatever you're doing and leave us a good old-fashioned dislike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we only need 3 more dislikes to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can do it. Rogue Part 2. Hey guys, I just painted my first base.
Ooh, neat. We like bases here.
It is true. All of these having snorkels. That'd be pretty fun. I think that's the move. Keeps it out of the way. The snorkels would totally fit. And yeah, it also hides some crimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like. I had a lot of fun putting these together.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling Jay earlier, it was a little difficult. All the pieces are kind of everywhere. Like, yeah, one commando will be on, all the parts will be on all 3 different sprues. So that's a little difficult, but it's pretty easy to put them together. I like that you pretty much have any options with the head except for the DACA gun or whatever it's called. You kind of have to use the OG one, except that, unless you wanted to green stuff some stuff, which I'm going to be doing. Because Games Workshop won't stifle my creativity.
I know you didn't go with the bear heads, but it'd be really funny if you did go with the bear heads and then you put a little bit of sunblock on their noses.
That'd be pretty good. My thought is that they're coming up from the sea.
Yeah. So they haven't put on their SPF sunblock yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna put that on later.
Because they're commandos. I feel like if I was to redo my orcs kill team, that would be perfect. Because they're not commandos. They're just silly gooses. Goosing around. I like to think that these are the badasses of my silly ass army.
Yeah.
They're the ones that actually get the job done.
Chip's Kip Amazing Channel. My brother was going to paint his first model, some Assault Intercessors as Black Templar, but he gave up when he had to freehand the little crosses on the shoulder pads. Yeah, that's not easy. Internet Man, for varied Primaris kill teams, we probably have to just wait. Yeah, but I think you can still have options on your commander. And I mean, it looks like it's actually going to play well, and that fixes a lot for me. If the list building isn't, I don't have exactly as many options as I used to, but the game is fun, I don't mind. Diptus Astartes.
Yeah, the thing that bothers me is everyone complains about the game not being balanced, but then when they try to balance it, then people are mad that there isn't enough options. Well, if you have all the
Intercessor,
options in the world, there's no way it can be balanced.
Fire Team, Tactical Marine. It's probably on page 1, isn't it? Intercessors! An intercessor fire team can include 1 intercessor sergeant, equipped with auto bolt rifle, everything, plasma pistol, stalker bolt rifle, chain sword, chain fist, power fist, thunder hammer. So yeah, you got plenty of options on the intercessor sergeant, and then you can include 4 intercessor warriors, who can have an auto bolt rifle, a bolt rifle, or a stalker bolt rifle. So you can actually have some. Everyone have a different flavor of bolter. So technically,
There you go.
you would actually be having an operative tail team includes 1 inter sergeant and 4. So yeah, you would have 5 different guys technically. Champ Style, Jay, did you see the new Shadow Collective faction for Legion? I did. It looks dope. I think the pike are sweet, and I like new Maul, which is interesting because I thought old Maul wasn't operative, so I guess we're gonna get a new operative Maul. And then the pike syndicate thugs and some of the Mandalorians when they were aligned with Maul. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty dope.
I like going to the mall.
Yeah, everything's half
In
off.
the ends. Mm-hmm.
Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum. That's my best joke in weeks.
Oh wow, the stream ended magically all by itself. Speaking of the stream ending, it's not ending just yet, almost though. But we're gonna be switching over to our Patreon only stream.
That's right. I love the Patreon only streams.
Yep.
We open up Discord, we all hop in and chit chat with each other.
Exactly.
I wonder if we'll be talking some Kill Team today.
Ooh-wee. You heard it here, folks. A lot of fun. It is always a party. And
Internet man.
We got so many Patreon supporters. The people better be joining.
Yeah. I'm going with standard tactical marines for my kill team as they are fun and offer a bit more variety in their members. Yeah, they do. Wait, really quick. Intercessors, infiltrators, reavers, scouts, tacticals. Oh yeah, they have tons of options. Is there a stipulation that you can't have? You can have a tactical marine. No, wait. Not sure. I haven't read every word, but it looks like you can have a gunner and a heavy gunner, which is interesting. Jacqueline Costa. So no bike captain, sad salamander, kill team noises. Oh yeah, I loved biker captains in Kill Team 1. Also Nemesis Dread Knights were really fun in Kill Team 1.
Wild. And on that note, it is 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're going to be switching over to our Patreon-only stream, so join the Patreon for that. It's a lot of fun. You can call in, chat with us live. It's always wild. It's always fun. But we'll also be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. So
Yeah.
And that's when we're going to announce the winners for the challenge on our Discord and announce the new one. And the new one is going to be also very fun and wild.
Mm-hmm. Also, in Kill Team 2, 6s are always wild.
Ah.
And
Like we're rolling
everybody.
6s over here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
And...